Hey everybody, and welcome back to South Mountain Creamery. We're over here and harvesting our cornfield. We've got rain coming in, so I thought we'd see how much of this field we could manage to get harvested before the rain comes. Hey DB. Got our pickup hooked up to the gravity wagon today. I think Darren's over at the farm working on trying to top off the animals. They sure do seem to need food a lot more often than 3 days, it seems. And with the conversion mod in, we're getting, according to the conversion mod, we're getting some crazy yield like 211 bushel a hectare. So I think that's a bit higher than where it should be. Like I said, like down there it says 211.31 bushel a hectare. I don't remember what you all were saying was the average. Hey Haggard, what's up? Are you're doing that while you're watching the stream? It's dark where I am. Hey James, what's up? There goes Darren hauling off a load of corn. Once we get rained out, we're going to be we're going to run up to the BGA and work on another field. You even have enough light to see what's going on? Well, of course you got lights, but still, it's getting dark where we are. Hey Schaefer, what's up? Thanks for dropping by. So in FS17 news today, the second set of 4 fact sheets dropped in. You could say it was a pseudo-American day of fact sheets. We had the Wilson grain trailer, which apparently is going to hold 60,000 liters of product. We had the quad track, so we know the quad track is back. We had the Seed Hawk from the Big Bud show up, but this time it was skinned Vanderstand colors. And then we had a new self-propelled sprayer. I think it was a Hardy brand. And we had a new potato harvester. An interesting new potato harvester from Grime or whatever. That has two big narrow wheels on the front. Kind of like the new that new potato harvester look above the above the current one that's in 17. But I do hope that they have some smaller potato equipment. It just seems like that's an awful lot of money to get into. Okay. Is it like a stationary wrapper? Well, we might be lucky and the rain might hold off until we're done. Yeah, like I said, you know, if we could have some smaller, more modest-sized potato stuff. Hey, Kiwi, what's up? Okay. So it's kind of like the wrapper I used on Rafflin, where you could control it from a different tractor. You drop the bale on it, and then you can tell it to start wrapping and unload and all of that. That's pretty cool. All right. Why does Kiwi want the rain to fall? So we got 3 passes left. Might be in pretty good shape.
Done to this field?
We'll probably cultivate it. Doesn't need any plowing work. We'll probably well, we got chopped straw down, so when we cultivate it, we're gonna have a layer of fertilizer. We could fertilize it and then cultivate, and we'd have two states on it. That's right, Schaefer. Let's hit that like button if we remotely like what we see. I could see how wrapping in the yard would be a little more efficient. Right. More pass after this. And hopefully this will be enough corn to hold us through with our pig food. And our soybeans are looking like they might not come ready until late autumn. Hey, Johnny. Yeah, I guess if you use an inline bale wrapper, you can't leave the wet bales in the machine. So you'd have to force the wet bales out by running some dry material through it. Hey, Anthony. Right. Oh, sorry you had a bad day at work, DB. Hey, Fabio. There we go. Oh my goodness. Hot. Thankfully it wasn't hot for us today. I'm going to be thinking about all the folks down in North and South Carolina tonight. That darn storm is just parked there and barely moving at all. They are going to be in the brunt of this storm for quite some time. And have been in the brunt of the storm already for a fairly long time. For us, it looks like we're going to basically miss almost all of it as a result of just the storm maybe going a little bit too far inland. It looks like it's going to pass a couple states over. Fabio, no, I do not have Instagram. I am very I don't really have any of the social media type things. YouTube's about as social as I get. Let's see here, So what'd y'all think of the fact sheets that dropped today? Anything exciting? Anything unexpected? If we look at the if you look at the equipment, I was surprised to see there was a fair bit of big bud equipment there, but no big bud to be seen yet. Maybe that is a surprise for another day. All right. Oh, looks like the rain is coming in. Starting to get cloudy. Thing we finished up right before noon. I hope work wasn't too bad on you, Fabio. We won't need our harvester again until our soybeans are ready. Parked this up here in our big equipment building. Let's see, don't have. Yeah, we got blinkers. We'll do 4 ways. Take our gravity cart back to the farm. Yeah, I guess that would qualify for social. That's about it. I definitely don't Facebook. I don't have Twitter. What are the other stuff? Instagram, don't do that. Don't even know what the heck that's for. Oh, there's the first rain, right at 12:05. Good thing we got our grain away. Get our header back. And I think we'll get our semi. See if we can't fill that up with slurry for Darren. I used the rest of the slurry that was in there the other day when I put some fertilizer down on our grass fields. I tell you, I don't have any clue what to do with the animal areas. They actually worry me a little bit. Because there's so many maps that have had issues with the animal nav meshes causing the map to crash. And everything. I guess I should turn my 4-ways off. In fact, we found Oklahoma. Oklahoma has that same problem. We found out that the sheep apparently have an issue with respect to crashing the map. We put sheep and cows in, and the map became really unstable. And today I saw a post in over at American Eagles Modding about a guy saying that he couldn't play the map for more than about an hour before his game would crash. And I mentioned what we had to do, and I suggested if you had cows or sheep to get rid of them. And he had pigs and sheep, so he got rid of the sheep, and he no longer had any issues. So clearly there is an issue with the sheep on the map. Something probably related to the nav mesh is causing sheep, when they randomly walk around, to interfere. That wasn't much slurry. I wonder if there's more over here. Oh, I think we got a slurry. Oh, we got plenty. Like, for example, this, there we go. For example, this slurry tank. You know, the fill level down here, for some reason, oh, there it is. It's going down. It doesn't rise very quickly, I guess, because maybe it's been set to have a really large capacity. But, you know, you've got fill levels. Got manure areas for like your sheep or your cows and your pigs. Got multiple feed triggers and everything. You've got a nav mesh where basically you tell the animated animals where they can walk around and stuff. So I think, you know, there's Shy Wizard has some videos. I think he might have some videos on animals. So go check him out. Dirty Tractor Doctor does some videos on map editing, but I don't think he's done anything yet on animals. Hey, I got a semi-load of slurry coming over to you.
All right, sounds good. Are you able to chop in the rain?
Yes, you can. Oh! There we go. I just wanted to see what the weight of this was. 81,349. See what the weight is empty. Oh, we got 10,000 gallons of liquid poo. Hey, Op Gamer, what's up? Was a pretty snug fit. Alright, I can top you up over here by the edge of the field where the soybeans are. I got Darren with me. Oh, it's pretty cool. I can move the pipe from back here. Fabio says, "Hey, hey, Will, what's up?"
Hey, Fabio, how are you doing?
Really do like these tanks now that he got them with just dual axles on the back. Looks a lot better. There's a fair bit left of that sucker, at least with rain. He's a rain master, that hurricane is, or tropical depression, or whatever they're calling it now. But last I was seeing was around 6 my time. They were saying it was moving about 3 miles an hour, or walking speed. So they are going to be in for it quite a while. 3 miles an hour. They're going to be getting pelted all night long and into tomorrow before it you know, moves off with any appreciable distance to make an impact. You're probably gonna get hit a lot harder now than they were saying yesterday, because the anticipated path is changed greatly. Before it was coming up through Virginia pretty good, and now it's like the western side of West Virginia and Ohio and Kentucky, Tennessee. Yeah, with 40 inch, up to 40 inches of rain. I mean, close to 4 feet of rain. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Saw he put one out, but I haven't had a chance to watch it. Or he put 2 out, I guess. Tell you, I am in love with the Graze mod. Got 118 sheep, and all I've done is give them water since early spring. Can't beat that, really. And 162 cows at 6-day seasons. These guys eat like crazy. Can't seem to keep them fed. I'm glad you got your priorities right. Put the giant tropical storm in the little window and keep me in the big window. See, if I were to rank these bale stack mods, I would probably put them in the top 5 of coolest mods for FS17. Alright, Fabio, thanks for dropping by. What would your all's top 5 mods be? Cannot be a map. Must be a implement or vehicle or building structure. Cannot be a map. Curious to see what everybody's top 5s are. Yeah, scripts count. So like Graze mod. I mean, this bale stack is a script. That counts. I guess it's more than a script, but you know, seasons counts. Follow me, course play, GPS, all those count. Yeah, look how slow that's moving. Oh, the corn distillers building. All right, John, thanks for dropping by, bud. I know I stream kind of late for some folks. Oh, what am I doing? We go back here and get ourselves some silage. Actually, you know what? Let's just drive in circles. Let's do our bales first, and then we'll top it off with silage. F-150 Raptor, the Krone Big X, Horseplay, Green Mowing, and the Big M. Seasons, GPS, got Graze mod, Water Trough mod, Chop Straw, Indeed, this thing is, you know, what's the question that I get asked on most, I get asked most often on archives of this series. That is, where did I get these bale buildings from? And how can I get them myself? Now, DB, you know, most of those are lurkers. They just like to sit and watch or listen. They'll put me in the background. Kind of like what I do at work. Lots of times is I'll fire up a video and I just stick it in the background. All right. So do we get that one all fertilized up?
All done, boss.
Did you see that video I posted of the guy driving the silage wagon, driving backwards behind the forage wagon?
Yeah, I didn't watch it because I've seen them do that before. That's a little more talent, so I hope you're not going to make us do that.
I thought I was going to try tonight. I mean, it's a truck. It's a straight truck, so it's just reversing a straight truck.
I get the forage wagon. I mean, I get the forager.
Yeah, that'll be fine. So for those that aren't in my Discord, I found this video on YouTube of some guys doing silage.
Yeah, I seen a girl do it. I forget what it's called.
And when they were opening up the field, the guy basically backed the tractor and the trailer in behind the forage harvester and basically backed all the way around the field behind the forage harvester backwards with the trailer right behind the harvester to open the field up.
Grassman, that's what it is.
Oh, the grassman did it too? Right. A little bit more. The last I heard, Mercury Farms was back in Giants pending testing. Haven't heard anything since. And you know, the updating the testing thread did not get updated today. So I guess it's going to be sometime next week before we hear anything. Maybe that'll do us. Yeah, we might be. I'll have to check the radar. That's good enough. Yeah, I gotta go over here to get the pigs. Hey! Watch it. There's a tractor here. This is a working farm. You need to get out of our way. Oh no, I gotta mix up food. Alright, I do like this pig food mixer. Soybeans. You know what, like 240, 250 liters. Okay. Now I want...
Oh, for Christ's sakes. Now I gotta fix the sheep mesh. Have you ever noticed they're jumping over walls?
No. Well, at least they don't crash the map. You want like 120 of that. 140.
They walk through the poles. I would think, I would have thought the guys that made this map were like much more professional in this.
Gotta dump this on the ground. I don't have a way of getting that into the...
Oh, well, I'll just ignore it. 19's almost down.
Now, where is the... I don't think Willa will be happy until there is a natural disaster mod. Keeps asking me if I want a hurricane to come through Emerald Coast. Flatten all my crops overnight. Oops. Oh. What's the pig food mixer won't trip the silo fill trigger? Yeah, I can fill one crop. I can fill one component from the silo, but I can't fill the other component. You know, once I have soybeans in there, the only thing I can do is add more soybeans. So you need basically to conveyor it or scoop it in. Now we need to get some taters. I think this mixer wagon is a little messed up with its coding. Because right now we just have corn and soybeans in there, and we have pig food. So I think it must be configured to be 0% to like 10% potatoes or something, versus something like 5% to 10% mix. We're going to forego all realism. Just gonna dump a crate of taters in here. Oh, it's done full. All right. Now we have 16,000 liters of pig food. Just that easy. All right. There it is. All right, I'm ready.
I have it on GPS, and I'm just gonna let her fly.
All right, I want to back up. If I can back up faster enough. There we go, that's working. I'm trying to emulate that video. Now I can use the mirror. Yeah, Andrew, I even got dangly bits. Truck came from Farmer Andy's website. Except clearly Farmer Andy didn't put the smelly pig air freshener in. That's a Darren original.
How fast does that truck go in reverse?
I can keep up with you pretty easy.
Alright, I couldn't see back there, and it looked like it was fading out.
Well, Darren posted it in... Oh, we're full. Darren posted it in mod links a couple weeks ago. So I just found the Christmas tree air freshener texture in the mod and replaced it, and presto, there we go. You can pick the color of your fuzzy dice. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be a bacon air freshener, but that's okay. We'll squash it a little bit and then we'll get back to get another load. You want to ride?
No, I'm jumping.
Alright, I mean, you got a great view of the air freshener. That's what it is. It is a pig's tail end. Yeah, that's why I say I don't think it's really supposed to be a bacon air freshener. Lights up pretty nice. We got extra front lights too. Lots of configuration options, including a shovel and broom here on the back of the trailer, or back of the tipper, whatever you want to call it. Alright, this is working pretty good. Then once we get around once, we can be on the side. Alright, full. Did you want a link, Andrew? I can get one when I'm unloading. Oh, okay. And to think there's nearly 800,000 liters in this thing. That's basically what's in that bunker that's covered.
Stuck looking at the pig butt because they'll let you get an outside view from this side.
Yeah, you're stuck. A nice up front view.
Yeah, it does kind of swing a little close, doesn't it?
Sporting a beard. Back up at 9 miles an hour.
Alright, well this thing ate chops at 6.
Uh-oh. That's no good, DB. Uh-oh, what were you doing? Oh, the Graze mod? Probably because you have the other animals. I think there may be a post in the Graze mod support topic related to using the Graze mod with additional animal types. Or Real Logger may suggest using the dev version of the Graze mod that's over at the GitHub, because I think the dev version was, I think the Graze mod was rewritten a little bit to better support the additional animals script, but that's not been released yet. That map is confusing. We're full. Oops. I can't believe there's over 800,000 liters in this thing, and it barely looks like we've got anything off the floor on it. Alright. And we're back. All right. Great timing. Now, I think Linton Farms has Graze mod, and doesn't that have multiple animal types in it? You could get that map from FSUK and take a look at that. It may not be Linton. It's one of the ones over at FSUK recently, I think. The fabric script, it would, yeah, they don't count. It's just the animals that would be auto-fed grass from the animals page. Well, if they're the Savapa Agro pallets, they're probably excessively heavy. Full. Go. Yeah, these bunkers supposedly hold 5 million liters apiece. Like I said, we're going to have 1 million liters in here very soon. And will we even know that we've got that much in here? Oh, that's good enough. 99%. I think we'll run with that. Do a little bit of leveling each time. That way we're not sitting here for 3 hours trying to level and compact a couple million liters worth of chaff. There we go. Oh my. I thought you were going to have a little fun with Shamrock. Did you change your mind on that one? I doubt they calculated the volume. They do, they eat the truck. I mean, you just stand beside them and you look up and you're like, holy cow, these things are huge.
What did Rise do? Put on his Superman cape and jump on his ultralight and fly down to North Carolina to help people?
Full. What about a cape?
I said, did Raznick put on his Superman cape and go to North Carolina with his helping ways?
Oh, I think he's at work. He's been texting or putting messages in Discord. He's probably at work. Yeah, let's zoom out and look at this bunker compared to this truck. Yeah, if we put the BGA extension in, we would be able to probably play for a good, who knows how many years before we would use up all that silage. There we go. Tip collisions on what? Well, with Darren's edit, you can support a whole bunch of cows with the Graze mod, because he took out field 42 and made that all pasture land. I will have to check the side of that here when we get back to another load. Hey, let's say that's ADHE. How do we pronounce that? Shepa? Something Shepa. How you doing? Well, the Graze mod feeds grass as long as there is mowable grass in the area. So on most geos, that is typically from mid-spring until late autumn. So you only have to feed, for sheep, for example, you only have to feed hay during early spring and winter. Assuming that you have enough grass in the pasture to support the sheep that you have, then you won't need to feed them grass during the year, because they'll get it out of the pasture. So with the camera collision mod, we can warp through the bunker walls. You have to leave it. If you mow the grass, then the grass will be gone. The Graze mod won't be able to use it. So, for example,
After this go around, we'll start going up and down.
all right. So let's say you have crop destruction on, and let's say you drive into the pasture where you have the Graze mod up. If you have the F1 menu up, you'll see the amount of grass available to your animals actually reduce as you drive over it and destroy it. So with that information, if you mow the pasture, you'll basically get rid of all of the grass that your animals would be eating. So you can't really mow the pasture and have the Graze mod in at the same time. It's the classic you can't have your cake and eat it too type of concept.
Broke down today and bought a 34-inch curved gaming monitor.
Ooh, that was probably a pretty price.
Yeah, with some discount stuff, low end at 8.
Liking the 34-inch curved non-gaming monitor work. It's fun. Though I do have less real estate than I used to. I used to have like two 24s, or a 27 and a 24. Do they spawn like the like they're facing the building? Well, in winter your grass is destroyed. So basically, we have a field dedicated to hay. Yes, where you would produce hay during the summer, and basically store it to feed during the winter. Of course, with cows, there's no grass to feed them during the winter, so you just full. So you just don't feed them grass over winter. Just fine, because you can feed them power food or silage and hay. To the outside wall. It looks fine to me. $65-inch 4K monitor, wowzer. How far away do you have to sit from that before you can actually see the whole thing? Next load we will go over 300,000 or 1 million.
The truck seems to be doing a pretty good job of keeping it close to being compacted.
Yeah, it's doing a pretty good job on the pull-through bunker. I'm working with 324s here at the house. I'm wondering how much silage we'll have when we get done this field. We got the little field across the street yet to do. Yeah, the 32 or 34 or whatever I got at work, it's something by 1440, so I don't think it's 4K, I think it's 2K. And everything is a little bit smaller on it. So I guess at 4K it would be even smaller still. Unless you did some display scaling. You can do that in Windows. Now, I'm not going to tell my admins at work what you got set up there, or they're going to want one. That's for sure. All right, full. It's going to put us over 1,000,000 liters. Go. Yeah, we got an 80-inch screen at work we haven't hung up yet for a big meeting room. The folks have talked about wanting that put up in their office. That's like you can't sit far enough away from that to be able to see the whole screen. Your office isn't big enough to get far enough away. And it'd be like the classic sitting in the front row of the movie theater. You'd be cranking your neck. Yeah, you'd have to pretty much swing your head left and right to see anything on the outsides. But it does make a pretty box. You could imagine editing on a 65-inch monitor. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and dump it. Hey Colin, what's up? Oh, not much. We're just here putting some silage in the bunker over at South Mountain Creamery. I guess I should lower my my dump bed. Right. Supposedly they hold 5 million liters apiece. Given the fact that I've got over 1 million liters in them now, it doesn't really look like we are anywhere as close to 20% full. The ones at the cow farm are fairly big. They probably hold 1.5 million each. We've got one bunker that's got about 800,000 in it, and it looks about half full. You could do a whole lot of silage on this map with 10 million liters up here at the BGA and 7.5 down at the cow farm, because there's 5 bunkers that are probably about 1.5 million. Alright, 75% per run. Yep, we got the GPS mod. In fact, Darren's using it. I'm just running alongside him. We're on year 1. Well, go. Wash them down a little bit. Oh, invalid blade. Okay, well, I'll do one better. I want to explain it to you. I'll give you a video tutorial link. Next time we're full. Or actually, I might be able to do it while we're filling up here. As long as I got a fairly straight run there. Hold on a minute. I'll get you a video. Follow this video and you'll be good to go. Alright, there is a playlist. And in that playlist, there's a couple videos on automating the BGA work with Courseplay. There's also several other Courseplay videos in there, but there's a couple in there. One on one that deals with compacting and unloading in the bunker. One that deals with basically setting up your forage harvester with Courseplay and multiple trailers with Courseplay to basically work the harvester and drive back to the BGA, unload, and then have somebody level. That's fine. Take a look and see what our forecast looks like. We got snow, second day of winter. We got snow forecasted the second day of winter. Yeah, the Brooks Un is a little cheaty. All right. You know what? Am I missing something? No, I got live chat. Yeah, the way you all are talking, there must be parts of the conversation I've missed. Indeed, any way you want to play, it will work. Now, in your screenshots of that office, I didn't see any cords. They must be using cordless keyboards and mice. Well, that's fine and dandy, Johnny. The hurricane is probably going to avoid us, Colin. Earlier in the week, it was looking like it was going to come up and hit us with a lot of wind and rain. But the current projections are that it's going to continue inland for a fair bit, and then get caught up by the I guess the overall jet stream, and get whisked away to our west. We'll still get some rain, but we won't get near as much rain as they were first talking about getting. And I suspect the winds will be very minimal, because they kind of show the center of the storm passing from on the West Virginia-Ohio border, which is one state completely away from where I am. Video of the new to farm sim or noob. No, I didn't see those. I saw the thumbnails for those vids, but I didn't actually see any of them. There, we're full. It sped up a little bit. Another one here. Right. There we go. Oh man, I tell you, we're not going to be going too much past 2 hours. I am starting to fade fast. I could definitely use a little sleeping in tomorrow. That's almost guaranteed the kid's going to wake up and say, hey, look, it's morning time. Time to get up, everybody. And it'll be like 7. Be like, dude, go to bed. Wake me up at like 10. Yeah, during the middle of the week, he doesn't want to get up. I would struggle to kind of try to get him up for us to get to work, but on the weekends, he's raring to go. We'll be on for another 15 minutes, no more. I try to keep the streams for about 2 hours in duration. Oh, let's not drive into him. What a nice sight. I am really eagerly looking forward to 17 or 19 full, and it's sky, dynamic weather, the clouds, the sky, the sun and the moon move across the sky is going to be absolutely fabulous. For another 10 or so minutes. Yeah, well, it can't be one of those I don't want to go to school ones. Because he doesn't go to school yet. He goes to play school where all they do is play games. So, clearly you're not missing the mentality there of school. Thankfully, we haven't run into anybody driving down the road. There we go. Oh, dude, I won't be able to stay up. No, it was not intended for the big bud. That's for sure. Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to get around the farmyard with that. I don't know if anybody's done a test on that. I think you pretty much... I think you get the same straw if you fertilize or not. So I would guess that... I don't know if using the mow mod would decrease the straw output or not. Oh my goodness. Definitely tell there's a little hump there now. Yeah, so straw is pretty much straw no matter if you fertilized it or not. Fertilize the wheat. I think this will be my last load.
Alright, 10-4.
My head wants to nod off. True, but what's the width you're working with there? Do the triple mowers have the same working width as your harvester header? Yeah, I was not in there unloading the chaff. So if they're different working widths, then you're going to have different amounts in the windrow. If they're the same working width, then you would expect the windrow to be the same. Except obviously the harvester's 1 and the mowers would be 3. And then you would have to combine those 3 in a windrow to compare the physical size. Alright guys, well I want to thank you guys for coming out and watching. Apologize for being a little exhausted. Not sure what we're going to do tomorrow night, if we're going to do anything. We may or may not be streaming tomorrow night. Just have to play it by ear. Then we'll finish. I'll either finish this field off camera, or we'll finish it off on Monday. Well, you definitely get the grain and you get the straw. So if you just do the mowing mod, you just get grass, right? Or do you actually get straw? But if you're a cow farmer, you don't want the grain, or you don't need the grain. So you could plant wheat just for the purpose of getting straw, and not have to worry about the grain. Then you don't have to worry about the expense of owning a harvester. All you would need is a mower, and you can mow your wheat down, and then bale up the straw, and you're good to go. Actually, I would think you would get less, because you're going to be mowing the crop before it's at full growth, probably, because you could mow it green while it's still growing. So in theory, the crop should be smaller, and therefore it should produce less volume of straw. That's just my take on it. So guys, until next time, happy farming.